Does the beauty here need any commentary from me to enhance its nature? No, but a vital point about life lies hidden behind that beauty. The Essence of Reality explores how the psyche which you are creates the reality you encounter.
Well, hey, you found the essence of reality. We look at consciousness here. That is how life actually works. Religion has a bunch of old ideas that they try to put forth as truth, which aren't, and science doesn't get the inner part of life. We look at consciousness, how life actually works. You create the life you encounter. No God does, no external forces and sources do, you do. If you want to see how that works, stick around, stay tuned, and come back again later.
This issue looks at reality with a focus on meaning, and namely, beauty. What would life be, especially for us dreamers and idealists, without beauty? Much of our waking state is filled with seeking out beauty, collecting it around us. We gather flowers to decorate rooms of the house. We seek out travel destinations with grand scenery. We make ourselves as good-looking as possible and enjoy being around attractive people. We hang pictures to adorn bare walls and display pottery and other artistic creations to beautify the rooms we inhabit. All the while planting blossoming trees and shrubs to brighten the exteriors of our homes. We sit in wonder at the moon and enjoy the lovely calm of evening and gaze at the colors of the sunset. Little time passes that we don't evaluate the world around us, looking to improve the attractive qualities of our gardens or primp our looks with particular haircuts, stylish clothes, or jewelry. Clearly, beauty has been on the minds of our forebears for ages, just as for us. Jewelry's been found in many an archaeological dig, and even more. Here are decorations on Viking ships from a millennia ago. Quality handwork, very expressive in its timeless beauty. Yet, what is beauty? Tom Nair here, exploring consciousness. Over the years, from my 20s on through now to my 60s, I've traveled a lot, not only inward to discern the subtle workings of the subconscious, but throughout Europe and the UK, into Africa and across North America, from Newfoundland to Tijuana, from the southern coast to Vancouver Island, and just about everywhere in between. Most recently, my adventures have been scheduled around speaking tours, not big, highly paid trips staying in posh hotels and eating grand meals at restaurants, but often just camping at national parks, eating subs, simple meals of bread and cheese and some good veggies. But always those travels have put focus on beauty, on finding spectacular scenery to explore in the American West, or rolling around England to speak to Brits, Scots, and Welsh. Here are some pictures I've accumulated just in recent years. I've seen and photographed many a flower. The beauty of flowers is universally appealing to humans, particularly to those more sensitive of us who relish life's finer offerings. Just enjoy some of these shots. The diversity of flowers, without getting into botanical names and classifications. The diversity is amazing. When it comes to flowers, names given to them have little relevance compared to the actual flower. Here are broad western vistas, one from Lassen Volcanic Park in California. Some of the most remarkable natural settings the planet has to offer. Many are preserved for future generations too, so that our descendants can enjoy the same beautiful scenes for ages to come. mountains, lakes, but the American East isn't to be ignored. I did tour down through the East in 2014, setting up talks from Toronto to New England, then down through Pennsylvania and Virginia to North Carolina and Georgia. This followed the eastern forests as the trees were changing, such that the surrounding countryside was always awash in reds, yellows, and ambers. Beauty. It's to be seen in the sky and beyond. Nature abounds in beauty for those who are looking, and mankind has created it for ages as well. But what is beauty all about? Science has no place for beauty in a universe it deems to be just a collection of particles, to a consciousness it claims is only temporal, based on brain function, and to be lost in cosmic indifference at death. Science can't measure beauty, can't empirically calculate its thermal and anti-entropic properties. If it can't be measured in controlled testing, so science concludes, it has no meaning. Therefore, hidden from view by the blinders science wears that constrict its vision, beauty doesn't really exist in the world view of science. Religion, too, finds little use to beauty. Only attribution of sin for seductive female qualities and gestures meant to entice life's most fulfilling expression of love. Few wonders of nature are more beautiful than the female body. But you'll search in vain for references to real-world beauty as values in religion. Here's the problem there. When you're only looking to a post-death heaven to strive for, you'll miss the real heaven at your fingertips. If you deprive yourself during life thinking to impress a demanding deity, you'll find satisfaction neither here nor there. Heaven, you see, doesn't ever come later. You appreciate life now. Live it fully now. Experience it to the max now. Or you'll never have a life worth appreciating, a diverse and beautiful involvement worthy of the experience. Beauty, indeed, is the measure of fulfilled sensory desire, the ultimate of optical experience, the satisfaction of pleasure to our most vivid sense, the visual engagement of life. As music and poetry please the ear, a caress or simple touch fulfill the sensitivity of skin. A fine meal pleases the taste buds, or that whiff of lilac engages olfactory senses. Just as these grace our full range of sense, so beauty wraps our visual acumen in highlighted experience. That personally engaged reality, in this moment, is why science and religion miss the point in trying vainly to explain life. Not in formulae and calculation of particle momentum, not in glorification of a mere idea of divinity, but rather in direct engagement of life's elements. Earth's features, its plethora of life forms. Man's artistic creations. Beauty in a very deep way, that is, the experience of beauty, is the measure of your capacity to realize your intent. Encountered beauty is the measure of your capacity to realize your intent now, in this present moment of engagement. What would life be, especially for us dreamers and idealists, without beauty? Much of our waking state is filled with seeking out beauty, collecting it around us. Clearly, beauty has been on the minds of our forebears for ages, just as for us. Yet, what is beauty? Science has no place for beauty in a universe it deems to be just a collection of particles, to a consciousness it claims is only temporal. Science can't measure beauty, can't empirically calculate its thermal and anti-entropic properties, and so science concludes it has no meaning. Religion too finds little use to beauty, only attribution of sin for seductive female qualities. Here's the problem there. When you're only looking to a post-death heaven to strive for, you'll miss the real heaven at your fingertips. Heaven, you see, doesn't ever come later. You appreciate life now. Live it fully now, or you'll never have a life worth appreciating. That personally engaged reality, in this moment, is why science and religion miss the point in trying vainly to explain life. Encountered beauty is the measure of your capacity to realize your intent now, in this present moment of engagement.